condemn me, but there ain't nobody near me. They don't see me, but they hear me. They don't feel me. Bang out, turn up.
He said, I don't have a spare tire. I don't need one. I have CAA. So he wants a subwoofer, so we're going to put a subwoofer in the spare tire compartment. So, yeah, this will be something that I've never done it this way before. I've done a few installs, but I've never done it quite like this before, so this will be new and adventurous. Set it like where you want it. That's where you want it. Friggin' right. So I think that'll be okay because it bottoms out. It's bottomed out right now, and we're gonna set it on this ledge here. We're gonna put a plate across, and it'll have to come up a little bit to sit on the plate, plus the plate itself. So yeah, that'll work. This is the factory trunk mat. It's a little bit dirty, but I'm using it as a template, and I asked them to pick up some 3/4 inch MDF, and we got some different material to work with, I guess, but we're gonna make it work for now. So I'm making a template out of this stuff here, and we're basically going to cut the same shape as this out, and once we have that a good board the same shape, then we'll take the board and we'll fit it into this. There's a little recess, sorta. We'll fit it into there and screw it down and try to seal it up, and we'll have like a sealed chamber here for a subwoofer, and it'll be somewhat flush with the floor. You don't have to worry about any dirt or anything getting down here, and you can always put a grill over the speaker if you want to protect it. Hey, tail wagger. Friggin' guy. Anyway, got this made up the proper shape, same as the spare tire cover, with a little notch in the corner on the passenger side, same as the spare tire cover. And we measured where the speaker needs to go, and we measured the size of the hole we need. It's a 12-inch speaker, and I think the hole is about 10.5-inch diameter, I think. So now we need to drill a hole to get the jigsaw blade into. So go ahead and drill it. I got it plugged in there. Just drill on the inside of the circle, somewhere near the edge. Yeah, right somewhere there. Hey, not too bad. So now we got to put a bunch of screws and bolts down, run some wires, finish some wiring, and give this thing, either you could paint it or carpet it or do something with it. I'd recommend using MDF, but this is what we have right now, and this is what we're using. And it's kind of nice. It's a little bit of a recess here for your spare tire cover, so it's almost flush with the floor. Flamey things, skulls and bones, and explodey things. We should try this. Oh, I think I just got some overspray. Oh my goodness. We bed linered the board. She's been bed linered with a couple coats of bed liner. We're routing some wires. There's a ground wire. Ooh, she's dirty. There's a ground wire that goes up to the strut. There's a bolt, a strut tower bolt up there. So there's a ground wire that goes up there. The white wire is a remote wire, so when you turn your key on, turns your amp on. You can get that from the back of your stereo on the blue wire or from the fuse panel. So you turn your key on. So that's, and the black wire is the main power wire. It's all tucked under the plastics. It's all tucked under the plastics along the driver's side up to the battery. And the fuse, it goes up to the fuse first and then the battery. And we got this thing here. This is like a converter box, and instead of running RCA cables all the way from the stereo to the amp and tucking them in as well on the opposite side of the power wire, instead of doing all that, you just take this converter box here and it turns your speaker wires. Your speaker wires are right there, so it turns your speaker wires into RCA signal for your amp. So you get these here for your amp, and all you do is just tap into your speaker wires, and yeah, it's adjustable. It's got different settings on it, and it's got 4 inputs and 4 outputs. We're only using 2. We're only using 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and then we're gonna bridge the amp into 1 speaker. Yeah. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom. So you're gonna have to get a certain type of adapter that'll allow you to adapt things. Since this is a side post, you want to go directly on the battery. You can hold your normal wires on, plus you can add another wire directly to the battery, and this will be like the new connector sort of adapter. So it's a good idea to have a fuse close to the battery as possible. Possibility words. So we're going to have a fuse somewhere near the fuses or near the firewall entrance here, close to the battery. I think the fuse is going to go here. Somewhere around there. And it might be easier to put the wires in first and then mount it there.
Don't you compare me, 'cause there ain't nobody near me. They don't see me, but they hear me. They don't feel me. And I'd rather be pushing flowers than to be in the pen showers. Don't you compare me, 'cause there ain't nobody near me. They don't see me, but they hear me. Call me Mr. Carter, Mr. Non-Loud. One on a bang, one on a bang, got no buzz. Say you froze up, young niggas wanna pop. Bang out, turn up. See niggas hating at the push. On the street to the beach, I'll be rolling.